YOLO. Who is that? I don't remember who's... Tiffany. Hello, Tiffany. I couldn't figure out what Tiffany's name was forever. I get it now. Clever. Clever. Sorry. There was actually a lot of dirt. Look at that. Okie doke. Just came back from the race. Cheers. Hello, Leah. Leah's about to have a baby. I don't think Leah had a baby yet. I think she's about ready to have a baby, though. It was not the greatest night for Team Spoonman and France Racing. Or Spoonman Racing and France Racing. Somewhere I have a Spoonman Racing sticker. I'm not sure where. It might be on my refrigerator out in the garage. I know there's one in my toolbox. Wherever that is. Anyway, he started on the pole. He was running okay. He got it. I don't know if he came up, car came down. Combination of both. They came together. You got a flat front right tire. And he was still kind of limping around. And then the tire rolled off the rim. And that's it. Park it in the pits. So, not the best showing. But it happens, man. It's racing. Trisha Connolly, also a member of Team Spoonman. She races up there. I don't know what division that's. Hobby stocks, maybe? I'm not sure what division she races in. Number 2, bright fluorescent green, number 2 car. She finished 6th or 7th, somewhere in there. She did pretty good. She was having a pretty decent little run. They're short races, fast. It's hard to pass there. So, but yeah. 2 different Spoonman members I saw racing tonight. So that was pretty good. I guess Ray was going to race, but he broke his car last night at Laura's. Travis won his heat down at Laura's last night, so that was decent. So we'll see. I guess the car he had last night, he needs a new car. The car's shot, so we got some more decals for him. He's got to find a new car, and then we'll sticker it back up and get him going. Anyway, it was a decent run for those 2 cats. Like I said, Travis has only been racing asphalt. That's only his 2nd time ever on asphalt. So that's a total different world. And it's definitely some experience to get in that. Hello, Jordan. Anyway, I've had these drinks sitting on here. I don't know what this was. I had 4 different racing themed drinks. I think we were maybe planning on doing them at the Daytona 500 or something and just didn't for whatever reason. And they've just been sitting here because every time I go to look at them, it's like, well, they're racing drinks. So I have to do them like Sunday around the race was always my thought. And then I didn't drink for the whole month of April. So they've just been sitting here because I wasn't going to make a racing drink without race. So, now that I was at the race, I found a drink called Pit Stop, which is exactly what Travis needed at the point of that race where he blew his tire. I don't know what the rules are up there. I don't know if he could have. I don't even know if he could have got to the pits, much less can you and then get a new tire. I don't know. So, anyway, this is called Pit Stop Brandy, and for whatever reason. Brandy is. I don't have any brand. I have every brandy that I have is flavored brandy. Every single one. I wouldn't even know what regular brandy tastes like because every single brandy I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8, maybe 9. I'm not sure what that. No, that's moonshine. I have 8 different brandies back there. They're all flavored. I don't even know what regular brandy tastes like. Oh, I gotta get this off. If anybody's commenting, I apologize. I do not see a comment. Anyway, Brittany, it was me and Brittany representing Team Spoonman. We also I saw Daryl, talked to Daryl Andrews a little bit. Roxy was there. I didn't talk to Roxy, but I could see her because she was wearing the Scuba Blue sweatshirt and she was a quarter mile away in the bleachers, and I could see her sweatshirt. So that works. Travis's wife had on the coral sweatshirt, and it looks cool at night out there. I don't know. It looks like iridescent almost. It looks like a black light is on it. That's what it looks like, which is really strange. No, still no comments. If anybody oh, there's one comment. Hey, Scott. Hello, Scotty boy. If anybody else commented, I apologize. The first comment I just saw was Scott saying, "Hey, buddy." Hello, Scotty. Anyway, I feel bad that I missed the junk car race at Lore's yesterday where he actually won his heat, which is pretty cool. And then in the feature, he blew his transmission to pieces, apparently. He thought he broke an axle, and then they came out this morning, and there's transmission fluid everywhere. And I guess the transmission maybe broke where the axle comes out of it. Something like that. So I guess that car's done. Oh, well, that's good. There's Brittany. Kelly's fishing. Brittany wouldn't stay here for the drink of the day. I was trying to get her to stay here and draw ducks, and she left. Rude. Whatever, Brittany. Listen, y'all could have got 10 drinks of the day today, except for Brittany decided to leave. There was some guy in the track. She kept asking me if they sell beer. I'm like, there's a freaking yes, they sell beer. She's like, well, I don't see anybody with beer. And I'm like, there's a sign right there that says beer. So finally, she finally went in to get beer, and they put it in a solo cup. She goes, oh, I guess that's why I never saw it, because they won't let you have cans, because then you can throw them on the track at race car drivers. We did see a fight. We saw one fight. It was pretty cool. We saw there was listen. I apologize. I had not been to that track in years. And there was so the race ended, I don't know what, late model, stocks maybe, I don't know what the class was. But the race ended, and a guy who obviously was getting beat around during the race, he came over, and he cut right in front of somebody and ran right, smashed fender to fender. Well, then the guy that was behind the car he ran into the back of him and destroyed his car, crunched his whole hood up to the windshield. The pizza was actually pretty good. I didn't think the pizza was that good. She did say they had wings. We should have done a wing trial at the racetrack. We missed an opportunity there, I think. I told her what we should have done. The problem was we were late. I had a job today, a big job, and then I had to go do a small repair at my buddy's house. So I didn't get home until 4:30. I had to take care of my dogs, take care of my chickens. And then Brittany got here a little after 5, and we just didn't have any time. But I said if we had time, we should have went somewhere, whatever. We could have went to Meemaw's work and got just done a mixed drink tasting thing. Next time we can do wing samplings. I think any pizza is good, honestly. Well, there's something to be said for that. I don't think it was that great. I mean, it's obviously some kind of frozen pizza. It wasn't horrible. It's pizza. Pizza's like sex. When it's bad, or when it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's still pretty good. So that's where that stands. I wasn't that impressed with it, though. The fries were pretty good. The cheese on the fries was good. I didn't need to eat that much, though. Now I feel like I should go jogging for about a week and a half. Anyway, tomorrow I got a little bit of work, which is perfect. I should be done, hopefully, at or around lunchtime. And then apparently Britt and I are going to plunge tomorrow. I was trying to do it today. I just couldn't. This job with my brother was just too big. Brittany, I offered. I don't even want to hear anything from you, because I offered for Brittany to come in here, do the drink of the day. Listen, Swiper's going to get home from work. She said Swiper's going to get home from work at 10 or whatever time. She's going to take a shower and be asleep in 15 minutes because she's got to get back up at 4 in the morning to go back to work tomorrow, because she worked a double today. And there's a strong possibility she's going to have to work a double tomorrow, which is ridiculous. But it is what it is. We all choose our professions, I suppose. That I should be besties. I'm also just saying that I should be besties. Satisfied now. What in the fuck? First of all, you left. So your opportunity to be bestie went out the window when you decided to go home instead of staying for the drink of the day and drawing ducks. We got 15 ducks to draw. I had work for you to do in here. Hello, Stephen Becker. How you doing, buddy? Ken, please. Ken had to be here doing race cars from work. I hadn't been there in a long time. Probably 20 years or more. Oh, I think I was only there once or twice ever in my whole life. Matt Wentz used to race, so I used to go see him. Or I went with him, I should say. I guess I was probably there more than once. I'm using talk to text, and obviously they didn't translate right. If you would have stayed here, you could have just talked to me. We could have had a conversation like adults. Just saying. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, it was fun to see Daryl there. Like I said, I saw Roxy, but I didn't see Roxy because I saw her because she was wearing that bright sweatshirt, which is nice. I love seeing people sporting the gear. Makes me happy, really happy. So we need to come up with a shirt. We're some kind of Spoonman Racing. Been a rough day. My son got a season-ending soccer injury. That sucks. I didn't even know it was soccer season. What are we here? I thought soccer was a fall sport. I have no idea. Soccer could be an all-year sport, I guess. Soccer's like iPhone. It's big in Europe. I don't know, whatever. Pit Stop. Pit Stop is the drink. It's brandy. I don't have brandy. Every single brandy that I have is flavored. And then it's amaretto and cherry. So I use cherry brandy, amaretto, a splash of cherry juice, and lemonade. 3 shots of lemonade. Yeah, tell me about it, Ken. Ken, I just read that and made me yawn. They play soccer 2 times a year. I actually just... You know what the funny thing is? Yeah, that's why I picked it, Brittany. I'm a professional, remember? I actually just read the other day, because Jensen yawned, and it made me yawn. He's like not even 1.5. He made me yawn, because he yawned. Because yawns are contagious, that's a fact. And they said even saying the word yawn could make you yawn. Like right now, I'm freaking yawning, because I said it. Hello, Selena Jones. Alright, this is called Pit Stop. Because he could have used one. I used cherry brandy. Because that's what I had. Amaretto, splash of cherry juice, and lemonade. Whoa, that's weird. Wow. Holy cow. That's giving me all sorts of flavors. At first, when I started drinking it, as I was drinking it, it tasted like black cherry A-Treat soda. Then I thought it tasted like Dr. Pepper. Then I tasted the lemonade kicking in. And then, so I was thinking cherry lemonade, but I don't know that I've ever had cherry lemonade, but that was the thought in my head. And then it went all lemonade, and then it went back to cherry again. Wow. That was crazy. That was a crazy roller coaster ride of flavors right there. Not bad. I will say this, Ken. I found, as soon as, I guess it was yesterday when we talked about it, he was a goalie today. Had the ball in his hand, a kid on the other team kicked his hand. That's not good. Contagious yawning. Dogs yawn when their owners yawn. Do they have to see their owner yawn? Because Colt doesn't seem like he's even paying attention to me whether I yawn or not. Hello, Cindy. Damn it, what was I just going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say. Fuck. Oh, last night we talked about, maybe it was the night before. What did I always use? Oh, apricot liqueur. I found apricot liqueur online and I ordered 2 bottles. It's a ridiculous amount of price. The shipping is ungodly. It's disgusting, to be quite honest with you. So, I ordered 2 bottles. I don't think it works like that, Brittany. I'm telling you. I think you should wear a hoodie and a beanie and have the heat cranked up so you're sweating. I think. That's my thought. Listen, I'm not an expert in this. I don't have any clue. We don't do it often enough to realize if there is a difference. I wanted to do it so bad today because my body is hurting. I'm way too old to do the kind of labor that I'm doing. And, but I'm pushing through, which seems to be actually helping. I think I just keep chugging along. There was a guy, he ran a marathon, I don't know if it was England. He ran a marathon a day, every day for like a lot. Like he ran across England or something. Maybe it wasn't England. Listen, I could be completely wrong. He ran somewhere. He went from point A to point B. I don't remember who the guy was, where the guy was. Okay, I don't know all the details of the story. I do know what happened. And he ran a marathon a day, so 26.2 miles every day. So he started at point A, he went to point B. What time are you doing it tomorrow? Well, that's the thing. The plan is noon, but I have 2 jobs to do, which reminds me, I forgot to message the damn guy. I got 2 jobs to do tomorrow, so it depends how they go. And then it depends whether I take my truck back before or after. There's a lot of it's going to be after lunch. It's going to be lunch or after. Brittany said she's free all day, so I just told her whenever I get let's take a hypothetical here. Let's say I get to the guy's house at 8 o'clock. I finish his job by. This guy seems like he's a Trump guy. He seems like he likes to talk about politics. So I may be there longer than I should be there. But let's just say I get the door up and the opener, and it's 10:30. I have another opener to do. If that gentleman is home and available at 10:30, and I get in there, and I get in and out of there by 11:30, well, then my thought is, do I come home, do the plunge, and then have to take my truck back to the shop, or do I just take my truck back to the shop right then at that time, 11:30, so I would get back to the shop at 12, and then get back home at 12:30. So it all depends how it goes. If the first job goes shitty and I don't get out of there till noon, and then I go do the opener, and that takes me till 1, now it will be 2 till I get back home. So I don't really know, but it is going to be sometime tomorrow. It's going to be after lunch. It will not be before noon, no matter what the situation is. Because even if somehow I'd get done and I'd be home here at 11 o'clock, we're not going in there till noon anyway. It's probably cold as shit. Because we had a lot of rain lately, and it's been cold. It was super cold last night. It's cold as shit at the racetrack tonight. I mean, I'm glad because it was 75. I was sweating my ass off, and I was like, it's going to get cold probably when the sun goes down. Well, it got chilly when the sun went down, and then by the time we left there, I'm like, why are we even cold plunging? Why can't we just go outside with a t-shirt and shorts on and throw Frisbee for a half an hour? What's the difference? I also like sleep, so I'm not setting an alarm. It's Brittany. Let me ask you a question. In all seriousness, if you went to sleep without an alarm, how long would you sleep? I'm saying like I don't know what your normal schedule is, how late you're normally awake, but let's just say that like for me, I'm usually to bed by 9 o'clock. When I'm working, like I'm not working right now. After next week, I'm going back. I'm off next week, then I'm going back to work because I just can't do this anymore. But if I was to go to work, let's just say a normal time when I'm working, 9 o'clock's late because I'm getting up at 4. I mean, maybe 9:30. Well, if my cat wakes me up, I'd be up at 7. But if I went to bed at like 11, I could probably sleep till 9 or 10. Like, seriously, you could sleep till 9 or 10, or you'd wake up and then you would just stay in bed. Stephen Becker said he sleeps 2 or 3 hours a day. That's not healthy. So, Brittany, you could sleep for 10 hours straight? Or 11? I could not. I mean, if I... There's no way. Hello, Liz. There's just no way. If I 8 or 9 hours every night. Yeah, but you, Ken, does that count? How many times did you pee for real? If you get up to pee 5 times in 8 hours, you didn't sleep for 8 hours. I would not be able to move either. Once Swiper leaves for work, I sleep better when I have the whole bed. Now, Mimo said she sleeps better when I'm in bed snoring. I'm like a noise machine. I guess. Like white noise. Seems racist, I guess. No, I can't. I mean, I could lay in bed, but I would say the longest that I could sleep. No shit. Nice. I don't know what that means, Ken, but I guess that's good. I could not sleep for 8 or 9 hours straight. I don't know the last time that normally I wake up every, well, I shouldn't say that. I mean, some nights is worse than others. I'm up a few times a night. I never sleep. Yeah, I don't sleep straight through either. Because I'm like a heater to begin with. When I sleep, I get so hot and uncomfortable when I'm not alone in bed. I don't know. I could sleep probably... I can't imagine sleeping more than 8 hours. Mima takes sleeping agents. She takes not like she takes Aleve, maybe Aleve PM, something like that. She told me to take some the other week. I was not good. I was hurting. I was in pain. Whatever it was. She's like, "Oh, take this," and I can't remember if I took 1 or 2, but I kept waking up like I always do. Oh, I could take a nap for sure. My back is killing me when I wake up. Oh yeah, that's my problem. Even like if I wake up in the on a day where I don't have anything to do. So generally Monday through Friday, I'm working, right? Normally. I mean, I took 3 weeks off of work to try to get a lot of shit done around here. But generally, I'm up every day at 4 or 5 o'clock at the latest. So Saturday comes, even if I'm in bed till 6. No, she was taking ZQuil for a while, but then she switched to something else. But she gave me one the other week or something. But she said to me, she goes, I can't take this. Like, so if she's at the restaurant and she closes and she doesn't get home till 10:30, and then she has to get up at 5 the next day or 6 or whatever, she's like, I can't take this. Because if I don't have 8 hours, she goes, I can't take it, or I'll be screwed up when I wake up. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I didn't have anything to do and I was in pain. So she gave me one, or I don't know if it was Aleve PM or something. I could be wrong. Something like that. And I took one. Oh my God. And I took one and I woke up like a bunch of times in the night, and I was like, what the fuck? Like I felt like I could tell that I was on, I guess I was on drugs, whatever it is. I don't know what's in it, but I could feel it. And I'm like, I'm done. No, I'm never taking that stuff. Fuck that. No way. I'm done with that shit. Well, that's the other thing. I will say this shoulder, whatever, I swore I had a torn rotator cuff, and I'm still not I'm not convinced maybe that I don't, but since we started doing the cold, listen, I just had this conversation with my brother yesterday and my other brother today, because we work together, and I told him, I said, listen, you gotta give it a shot, just try it. I mean, I wish I could do it more often. 22 hours straight. Holy shit. No, there's no way. I bet. Well, I shouldn't even say. How could I even? I have no recollection ever. My guess is, if I had to guess, I'd say the longest I've ever slept straight is like 9 hours, maybe not even. But this shoulder, so I couldn't sleep on my side. Like, I was a side sleeper, sleep on my left side forever. That's how I always slept. We got a new bed. Ever since we got the new bed, I can't sleep on my side. I wake up with my arms are asleep. I have all kinds of fucking problems. I don't know if the bed's too stiff. I don't know what it is. So I either have to sleep on my back or my stomach, or sort of kind of half side, almost like diagonal. It's weird. One leg up. I can't even explain it, but we started doing this cold plunging, and I started sleeping on my side again and waking up and not having my arms and my hands asleep and in pain. It's crazy. I laid down for a nap and woke up 22 hours later. That doesn't even seem possible. I remember already, like, I get home from school or work, like, especially in the winter when it's super, super, super cold. I guess probably it was work, because I don't know if I have any kid, man. Well, maybe, I don't know. Oh, well, Brittany's home. Good job, Brittany. Men need 6 to 7 hours to function properly. Women need 8 to 10. Huh. All right. Well, there you have it from Kelly. That's a fact, Liz. I remember already, like, so I come home, I guess work. I can't have been school. Like, I don't know if I would have that memory now, but it could have been, too. But I remember coming home from work. Oh, my God. In the winter, especially cold, you know, freezing cold. Come in the front door, you hit the heat of the house. Boom. Oh, my God, I need a nap. And I remember laying down on the couch. Fell asleep. Woke up. It was like 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock at night. In the winter, so it's dark outside. And I woke up. And I freaked out. I'm like, oh, my God, it's 6 o'clock. I'm late for work. And then I'm like, wait, no, it's at night. And I'm like, oh, my God, I slept the whole day. I missed the whole day of work. And it was like, no, I fell asleep for 2 hours or whatever it was. That's freaky shit. Or when you fall asleep, like asleep. Like, I remember one time I was on a job. And something was going on. I was waiting for a call someone got canceled, I think, and they were trying to find me more work or whatever. And I was just sitting it was winter, same thing, it was winter, so I was in the truck with the heater blasting because I was frozen, and I fell asleep. And it's like, remember, you know how, like, you'd be sitting there and you just sort of doze off? You're just like, oh, okay, whatever, and you doze off. But then sometimes you have that sort of, I'll say, that hard awakening, where all of a sudden it's like, it's not like anything like, oh man, I was tired, and you just like, boom, like you woke up and you're like wide awake, and you're like, you jump like, oh my God, what the hell, who saw me, what was that, you know, you get those sort of things. Those are a little freaky too. But I remember that happened to me at work one day. Like I said, I think I was waiting for them to call me to find me more work or something because the job got canceled or something like that. And I was just sitting in the truck waiting for them to call, and it was like I said, the heater was blasting on me, and I literally just fell asleep and my head nodded, and all of a sudden I like woke up and I was like it startled me like crazy. 30 hours. Oh, I could nap. I could nap like a mother, Cindy. There's days. Not now. Holy shit, I can't stop yawning. Nap season for me is from like November to January. That's about it. Mima! I thought I heard Mima. What's up, Hubie? Maybe it wasn't. She didn't yell back to me if it was. Yeah, nap time is from November to January, because those are the shortest days of the year. When it gets dark at like 5:30, that's when it is for me. If it's cold and I come in the house, like, especially that time of year, a lot of times the days go longer at work for some reason. I punch out at 4:30, I get home at 5 o'clock. Because I can't stop yawning, Hubie. I just said the word yawning and it's making me yawn. Seriously, I can't stop. Jesus. Now my eyes are watering. Yeah, we are. Well, I'm old. I can't speak for anyone else. YOLO. Heath's mom. Hi, Heat's mom. Yeah, we went live from the race for a little bit, but unfortunately for Travis, he only made it a couple, I don't know, 5 or 6 laps, and he got tied up with another car, blew a tire out, and that was it. Can't race with a flat tire. Doesn't work. I come home and take a 15-minute cat nap. I do it sometimes, especially when it's cold. There's something to be said for it because I know I can't stop yawning. Oh my god! There's times where I come home from work and I'm shocked. Like in my head, listen, I'm going to tell you the truth. Yeah, like I'm at work and I'm like, okay, when I get home, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that, and I lay out plans in my head what I'm gonna do when I get home. And then I get home and I'm tired and I'm like, well, I'm just gonna lay on the floor because there's some days I come home and my back, like right now, my back is bad because the job I did with my brother today, I got there at a little before 8 o'clock and we were there till 2. So it's 6 straight hours standing on my feet on concrete floors. No sitting down, no breaks, no stops. Straight through 6 hours. And that's, it's not like you're walking. It's like, it's little movements here and there, whatever. It builds on my back. But that happens at work if I have an all-day job. If I have 2 jobs that I got to drive from one job to the other job, now I'm sitting in my truck for 15, 20 minutes, sometimes 45 minutes. Depends how long the drive is from job to job. When I get to the next job, I feel like I'm starting all over again. But if I'm on my feet, one job all day where I unload my truck in the morning and I load my truck to go back to the shop, that's when it really is bad on my back, it seems. So that's what I went through today. But then, like I said, I'll come home and I'll be like, I gotta lay down. And I just go in the bedroom and I lay on my side on the floor at the foot of the bed and I play Candy Crush. Sometimes for 15 minutes. Sometimes I get drowsy and I almost fall asleep. Sometimes I fall asleep. Sometimes I fall asleep for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, half hour, and then I get up and I'm like, oh, I'm good. I'm ready to go. And then I'm recharged. So it does work to some extent. But I try to get like 7 hours of sleep. That's what I try to do. Seven seems pretty good for me. 8's not bad. Anything more than 8, my back is done. My back hurts for fucking 3 days. So I like to try to get 7. I've heard 7 to 7.9. Less or more is unhealthy. So I don't know. I try to get 7. Some days I get 8. Listen, sometimes my alarm goes off at 5 o'clock and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to hit the snooze 4 times and get up and leave for work. I'm not going to get up right away. Because normally, I get up, I make bacon and eggs. That takes a half an hour. So if I skip breakfast, I can sleep for an extra or lay in bed for an extra half hour, hitting the snooze alarm. But the problem is, sometimes you hit the snooze alarm, and I'm sitting there, and the 9 minutes until it goes off again seems like 3.5 hours. And sometimes I hit the button, and the snooze alarm goes off, and I feel like I missed the button. Like that 9 minutes disappeared. It just absolutely disappeared, which is really freaky and probably not healthy. I feel like I have sleep anxiety, if that's a thing. If it isn't, we can make it a Jasonism. Like I wake up several times and look at my clock and see how much time I have left. Oh yeah, that's the worst. That's the worst when you're like, if I was asleep right now, I'd have 6 hours of sleep. And then you're like, but it's going to take me 15 minutes at least to fall asleep. And then you start thinking about that, and then that 15 probably turns into 25. Yeah, that's what happens. But Meemaw says, she swears by this. She said that she's already been talking to me, and I just was snoring. She's like, you could fall asleep in 1 minute or less. So I have to take her word for it. I don't know that I can't recall catching her in a lie ever, so I assume she's telling me the truth. I don't know. I was just thinking now, I'm looking at these ducks. I think they're numbered 1 through 628. I'm pretty sure 628 is the highest numbered duck. But I was just sitting here thinking to myself, what if 628 is not the highest numbered duck? And now there's other ducks. Like if I start numbering ducks, I can't repeat. Yeah, Mimos tells me that all the time. She's like, she told me that her and I will be having a conversation, and then she said, I'm snoring. I'm like, I don't have any reason to think she's making it up, I guess. Maybe, Brittany. We'll see. Now you want to be my friend all of a sudden? Yeah, we have 15 to pick. The shirt guy's got 5, and Jaime Mendez has 10 that need to be picked. So we got 15 ducks that need to be picked. And then probably Wednesday. I think Wednesday we'll start selling them, advertising them, and selling them. That's my plan. I think it's Wednesday. What day's the 10th? Is that Wednesday? I've never heard myself snore. I think I've snored myself awake before, so I could. They do say that if somebody records you snoring and play it back to you, you'll stop snoring. I don't know how legitimate now Meemaw's here. Meemaw! Yep, Meemaw's here. I don't know. So the 10th is Wednesday. So I feel like Wednesday will be... Maybe we should do a cold plunge duck launch on Wednesday. There's a big-ass tree. Brittany saw the tree. It's laying right through... Well, it's laying on the... I guess that's the eastern end of the swimming area. I gotta get that thing out of there. In my head, I think what I should do is take a big chunk of that tree, like a 8-foot long piece, because it's about this big around. That's probably pretty heavy. Pick it up, put it on your shoulders, and carry it up and down the hill, like from the flags to the driveway, back up and down, like for a workout thing. I feel like that'd be a good workout. Seems like something like a strongman training thing. Farmer strength. I prefer that to gym weights. Like, I can't do machines. Machines are really cowardly, in my opinion. My other grandson ships off for the Navy on Tuesday. Well, Cindy, what I suggest... Well, no, maybe not. Wait, he's just joining the Navy on Tuesday? I think he should be a service member of the month. But probably not right now, because sometimes when people get packages in basic training, it's a little... They get shit for it. I think maybe we wait till he's like, like a couple months. Maybe at AIT when he's homesick, and maybe he doesn't even have homesick. Then woke myself up by screaming and someone calling them a bitch. Liz, listen. The simple fact that you thought you could drink your way into walking again, any story you tell me will pale in comparison to that story. That is not only the best story that you've ever told me about, that's the best story possibly that I've ever heard in my entire life. I mean, I'm not trying to make light of it. I'm not trying to make fun of you or anything like that. I'm so proud that you told me that story. It's just fantastic. Well, Cindy, then that fellow there needs to be put on the list. Message me, please. I'm trying not to do it on lives or posts because I don't want secrets getting out. It's supposed to be a secret. That's the key. Matter of fact, where's my sheet? Oh, that's veterans. What month are we in? May. All right, so we got June. Man, I need a new paper. This paper's full. That's a pretty cool problem to have. Oh man, we're way out there. Wow. All right, we're good with that. We need some... Oh, shh. I got to make some mess. I gotta message some people. How can that be? Oh yeah, May. It's May now. Jesus Christ. I'm so far behind. Hello, Matthew Kunkel. How you doing, buddy? Oh, yeah. Matthew, June 10th, Spoonapalooza. Keep that in mind. Ducks go on sale Wednesday. I got to take my promotional picture. I got to clean up the swimming area a little bit. I ripped a bunch of shit out when I had the machine. All that ground weed stuff. Not weeds. It's some kind of obtrusive weed. It's probably a invasive species of ground vines, for lack of a better term. I don't know what it is. I wish I could get about 50 tons of shale there and just sort of build that bank up a little bit. That would add about 20 parking spots too alongside the driveway. Okay, that's it. So Travis didn't have the greatest race tonight. He got tied up with another car and blew his left front tire out. Or right front tire, yeah, because I saw it when he was coming by. Down the rim, can't race like that. And Trisha Connolly, she did pretty good. I think Hobby Stock is the class she runs in. I guess I should reach out to her and find out. Yeah, the drink of the day was Pit Stop. It was called Pit Stop. It was one of the racing drinks that I have. I still have one left called Gas and Go, but I think I was going to do them like around Daytona, and we did 2 of them, but we never finished them. And so after coming home from the race tonight, I was like, oh yeah, Pit Stop. He could have used the Pit Stop because he had a flat tire. That was a conceptual thought in my head. Try to get rid of these racing things, because this paper's been sitting around here forever. Because since Daytona, literally since Daytona, they've been sitting here because we didn't get to all of them. Does anyone on this live have Progressive and do the snapshot device thingy? Because I'm getting annoyed already. Oh, is that the hard braking thing? Because Brittany doesn't know where the fuck she is. Cause like she's never been to my house before. I'm like, where are you going? Oh shit, there's your bridge. Don't know where I am. Maybe because you usually come from the other way. Oh well. Wait, that was your phone making that noise? How would your phone even know you're driving? Somebody else could be driving. You could be a passenger. That's strange. Or do you have to program into your car? I have no idea. I don't have Progressive, I have Erie. Alright, well, I got some work tomorrow morning, and then we'll be plunging after that. No, this device I have plugged into my car. Oh, got it. Got it. Well, tomorrow we're going to cold plunge at some point. It's going to be probably after lunch sometime. And then I think it plugs in where the mechanics plug in for diagnostic. Yeah, she said it's plugged into her car somewhere or whatever. It beeped a couple times for hard braking. She drives like a lunatic. She's a fucking crazy person. No, I'm kidding. She's not. She actually asked me to drive, which was weird. If I drove your car, then what if I hit the brakes hard? Try braking before the stop sign. Well, no, she was coming down the road to turn right on my bridge, and I'm like, where are you going? Because she was going too fast. She didn't realize where the bridge was, I guess, is what I should say. I told you should have stayed over. You could have crashed in the but you could have crashed in the craft room. You could have woke up and made a craft. There's probably hot glue guns and there's all kinds of shit in there. You could get crazy back there. And then you and Aunt Me could have had pancakes. Very finicky, Matt says. Kelly and I had one. I don't know. I will say this. I went down to the shop this morning, got my truck, and I was coming up 145, and I came I I came from Eagles Point down into the Big Dip, where that sort of reservoir, pond, quarry, puddle thing is on the right. And then you come up over the little hump before it comes back down and goes back to 2 lanes. And right when I came over that second hump, there was a state cop sitting over there, hiding in the weeds, and with the radar gun hanging out the window. And I looked down and I was going 55, and I'm like, whew. I was like, if I would be coming up here with my car and going home from work, I'd probably be going 65 right now. So, well, on the app it says only 1 hard brake, but it was beeping many times. Always was getting told about speed. Probably Brittany. It probably beeps like. Hey, this is a potential problem to make you change the way you drive. Is my guess. They probably do it to try to deter you from hard braking, but it won't necessarily register them all that way. I don't know. There's times that I drive to work and like if I can hit it right. So if anybody knows, like, if you come over to the mountain by the Blue Mountain ski area, and then they built that new school by, like, before you get to Cherryville. As soon as I go over to the crest by that new school, I put my car in neutral, and if I hit that light in Cherryville, I can roll all the way to the Tricklers Bridge without ever touching my brake or my gas. I feel like there's nothing wrong with my driving. I'll bring you down a cone to relieve stress. Yes. Well, okay, Cindy, listen, I will get in touch with you because there's currently like 3 or 4 people in line. So I don't know how long he's going to be. You can message me, that's fine. But generally what I do is I write the names and as much information as I have down. But then when it gets time to that, like when the month is coming up, I'll reach out and be like, hey, is he or she still stationed where they were? Because sometimes, like, so Chris Lusikonich, he was on a ship, which is the coolest thing. If somebody's deployed or overseas, that's the coolest thing to send them a package, because they're usually the ones who are most who could use the sort of I don't know what the word is, but just kind of, cheer them up. It's not like they're sad, but just sort of a boost. You know what I mean? So those are the ones that are best. More important, I use it for $150 in savings. Yeah. Well, no, that's why, like I said, there's, I don't really even think about it, because like Tyler Montgomery told me about his cousin, and then I messaged him about it, and he's like, well, he was it's some sort of I don't want to say secret training thing, but he was in a training thing where he couldn't, like, he's like, I don't have his address right now. And then we had somebody who was supposed to get it either last month or the month before, and they were away on training, so they're not at their regular address where they normally are stationed, because they were away on a training mission. And sometimes when you're away on a training mission, you can get mail, but like when Chris Lusikonich was on the ship, his dad messaged me and he goes, listen, it's got to go out. Like his commander told him, if somebody's going to be sending you a package or something, it has to go out by, like, I don't remember what it was, but say June 15th. It's got to go out by June 15th, or it may not get here before the ship ports again and we're done. Because obviously mail to a ship is completely different than mail to a post, a mainland post. So, but when I got the message from, because I messaged him and I said, hey, your son's up next month or this, whatever. And he's like, oh, well, it's got to go out by the 15th. Well, the 15th was the next day. And I'm like, I can do that. No problem. So I filled it out and got it in the mail the next day, and he got it, which was perfect. Because that's how we try to, like, the whole concept was to sort of surprise somebody. Surprise is the biggest key. That, to me, that's the most cool thing about it, that they have no idea at all that it's coming or that they've been nominated or whatever. So that's why, like, a lot of times when I put a post up and I'm like, hey, if you want to nominate somebody, private message me. That's what I write. And then people comment on there, hey, I want to nominate so-and-so. And I take their comment down right away. But I try to also message them and, Well, now, Cindy, I think I might know who you're talking about. Now you got me thinking about something. Well, I'm going to get in touch with you. Yes. If there's, first of all, if there's a husband and a wife, or like Tracy sisters, when they were up, I'm like, I'm not doing one and not the other. We're going to have two that month. We did a kid that I actually was a kid. We're 50. But a guy that I was in the Army with when I was at Massachusetts, I went to, he wasn't in my unit. No, so he was in school. He was in AIT with me. He nominated his niece, and his niece was also married to her husband. They were both in the Air Force. And so we just did both of them same month. So there's been 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I know. I say that all the time. So I guess it was two. There was a husband and a wife, and there was sisters. I think that was the only time there was two. And listen, like I said, if we can raise enough money, if we can generate enough funds, and we can generate enough interest, and we can grow the group big enough, I don't care if we have a service member of the week. I'm all for it. I'm down, man. We can send as many packages out as we can afford to do. But that takes everybody sort of, like I said, it takes everybody participating. It takes people inviting people. It takes people buying stuff. It takes people participating in the shit that we do, like whether it's the duck race or the Super Bowl block pools. We're talking about trying to organize a cornhole tournament in the fall, because for some reason in my head, cornhole seems like a fall thing to do. Like I'm thinking like September-ish, like middle of summer. I don't want to have a cornhole tournament so fuck 100 degrees and 100% humidity. That would be gross and hot. I was thinking like September, October's tough because it's hunting season. Plus I'm fishing and that's tough. So I'm thinking like September, maybe late September. And it might be a small thing. It might be 10 teams or maybe 20. I don't know. I've never been a part of one, so I don't have any a sort of ground to work on to say, hey, this is how this should work. We should do it like this or X, Y, Z. Like, I've never been a part of a tournament like any event like that, of anything, cornhole, horseshoes, whatever. But that seems like a fun thing to do. I had my sweatshirt on all day today because it's still cold out. Yeah, it was. Oh, well, it got up to 75 today, so there was a point where it was warm today. When I got in my car to come home from the shop at 4 o'clock, it was 75 degrees when I got in my car. So that's pretty warm. I did not have a sweatshirt on just then. But it dropped fast when the sun went down. Holy moly, it got cold quick. All right, I got Cindy's thing down. Yep. We'll see what happens. We'll figure that all out. I know Brittany told me 4 days in a row that she's worn Team Spoonman gear. I'm like, Brittany, it's way more than fucking 4 days. Every single day. And I love it. I'm not complaining even a little bit. I think Brittany's worn Team Spoonman stuff every day for like 3 weeks. She said 4 days. I'm like, there's no way it's only 4 days. That's impossible. Or maybe one day you didn't for some reason, but there was 13 days before the 4. That's my thought on that. All right. That's it. I got to go to sleep. Well, hopefully my day goes well tomorrow. I looked at a job. The guy was cutting a hole in the wall and making a bigger door opening. I told him what he had to do. He said it's ready. So I'll find out tomorrow. I know, Brittany, I like it. Listen, I'm not complaining. I'm happy about it. Kelly had the orange-ish sweatshirt on today. Yeah, Travis's wife had it on. It's the coral one. It's like a heathered coral. It looks crazy at night. Like at the racetrack, it literally looked like it was under a black light. It was strange. The yellow it just looked, I can't explain what it looked like. It was pretty cool though. Yeah, it was really weird. Like not weird like what the hell? It was weird like it just was, it almost looked like it was glowing like under a black light. That's what it looked like to me. It was cool. I thought it looked cool. The yellow looked totally different than the white and the sweatshirt itself. Because the yellow didn't, I don't know, reflect the light the same or something. It was crazy. It's pretty cool though. I liked it. Like I said, I like when I see people in our gear. I love it, man. Daryl had the sweatshirt. Rox had her sweatshirt on. I'm all down, man. I love it. I love seeing Spoonman Saloon, Team Spoonman shit everywhere. It's cool. I liked it. Very good night. It was fun. Racing was pretty decent. Like I said, I haven't been there forever. It was a good night out. So my plan was to go live on the ride there to say we were going there. And then Brittany and I just started talking in the car, and the next thing we were there, and I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to go live. She didn't know that I thought about going live. I, in my head, thought that we would go live in the car on the way there to say that we were going there. But no, we just had a good conversation on the way there, and boom, we were there. So it was a good night. I had a good time. And, oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I like it. Like I said, I like when we see people with the gear on down there. Especially when you see people approach each other. They're like, hey, you know, that's cool. Like I saw that one time where I don't remember where it was. It wasn't like a massively crowded place, but it was, you know, whatever. There was people there, and I saw two people. They didn't appear that they knew each other, but they both were wearing Spoonman Saloon stuff, and they sort of approached each other, and like it looked to me like they didn't know each other. Now, from afar, who knows? But they did not look like they didn't come over and shake hands and hug each other. They just sort of approached each other, and they were talking and pointing at the thing, and it was pretty cool. It was a nice thing. What's up, Michael? So yeah, I dig it, man. I like it, and I appreciate everybody helping out by doing everything that everybody does to make this work. And like Cindy, for Cindy to nominate her nephew, or what, was it nephew? I think that's what she said, or was it son? I think it was I don't even remember anymore. But no, all that stuff is necessary. Like I said. We come out with a new color of t-shirt, and the same 20 people are going to buy the shirt. All the time. Every time. No matter what we do. Boom. We come out with this, and somebody gets it. Like, that's great. You know, some people come out here and pick up honey. Oh, grandsons. Some people come out here and pick up honey. Some people get the bone dust. There was people that bought football block pools. There was people that are like, well, I'm already in 17 block pools. I'm not buying any more. I got that. No problem. We're selling ducks. You want to buy a duck or two or 10 or whatever. Anybody that buys 10 ducks gets a shirt for free. That's just the way we're going to do it. You know what I mean? We're not going to make quite as much money, but that's fine. If you're going to buy 10 ducks, if I got to buy more ducks because so many people bought 10 ducks, I'm all down with that too. And I don't care if we have 1,000 ducks and me and Ken need freaking 2 totes to take up there to dump off the bridge. Although we'd have to do it simultaneously, so there's no favoritism. But, you know, whatever. It's all part of it. All these things help. All these things contribute to what we do. And so no one thing is more important. And like I said, I don't give a shit if somebody never buys anything. I don't care if somebody doesn't buy any of our products, doesn't participate in any of our things. If you invite 20 of your friends and they join, and one of those 20 buys something or participates or becomes an active member that posts a lot and comments a lot, that's just as good as the next thing. Because all those sorts of things help propel your group into the Facebook algorithm so more people see it. And that's all we need to do. We just need to make it visible to more people. That's all. And everything else will just sort of work itself out. I'm convinced of that. Like I said, we're good right now. What we send out for the packages is mostly here. You know, we send out our product mostly. The B guy, before he left for Georgia, dropped off like 12 jars of honey with a thank you for, I don't know, it's just, I should pull this out so I can get it right. I don't want to say what it says because I don't remember exactly. There, thank you, we salute you. He got these stickers, he put them all on his honey thing. So now every honey we send out has that. So he gave me a case of these, which just means it's 12 months. I don't have to chase him down. That's what I like. He's a great sponsor. He loves what we do. He's fully behind it. And we love what he does. He's got his bees on the way up to Maine right now. If you've never had blueberry honey, if you like honey and you've never had blueberry honey, it's my favorite. It's not like eating blueberries, but you can taste the blueberry in the honey. It's crazy. And it's He doesn't do anything. That's what honey made from bees tastes like. It tastes like you can taste the blueberry in the honey. It's phenomenal. The orange honey's not bad either. Orange blossom honey. Now those aren't from his bees. They trade honey back and forth. But he only deals with people who are like maniacal like him, very particular about how they get their stuff and where they get their stuff. But the blueberry honey is very good. The cinnamon honey butter is, if you like that sort of thing, you know what I mean? Like I was eating it out of the jar. Okay, so it's honey. It's creamed honey mixed with butter and then cinnamon. And I put some on waffles. Meemaw made waffles for Jensen the other week, and I put some on the waffles. That's when I tried it. And then I was like, "Oh shit, this is good on waffles." And then I posted a picture, and we sold like 4 jars right away because people wanted to come out and try it. So, like I said, all these little things, all those products, we make a couple dollars, $2-3. That's it. But if we sell 50 of them, that's $100. So, it depends on whatever. Like I said, if you need honey, buy it from us. We sell for the same price you can buy it at the store. I mean, for this quality of honey, not the fucking shit in the stupid plastic bear bottles. That stuff's garbage. Most of it's not even honey. It's freaking corn syrup. But the bee guy is maniacal, and I like the bee guy. What I like is people who are real, authentic, and completely into what they do. Whatever that is. I don't care what anybody does. I like people who are like all in on what they do. People who are driven and people who are trying to, just people who are way into whatever they're doing. Whatever it is. I don't care what it is. Whatever it is, I don't care. Just like people who live their life with passion. That's what I like. Those are the people that I want to talk to because I need to figure that. I want to get inside your head and see how you get to that point. Hello, Jen. I don't know, like I said, somewhere currently between Georgia and Maine. And way up in Maine. Way in Maine. Almost into Canada. So that's from here, it's probably 14-hour ride. Something like that. So from Georgia to there is, I don't even know. I think he said 3 days they take to get there. Which, think about that. The bees all under nets inside the thing. Whew, man. That's rough. Oh, yeah. For sure, Ken. He's all in. That's what I said. His passion is what I like. Oh, boy. Sounds like old Sharky over there you hit some at the house when you got home. You dug that Twisted Tea out of the back of your Jeep and started pounding those, didn't you? Brittany Arnold. Brittany pointed out to me today on the way home that I could be her dad because I'm 20 years older, more than 20 years older than her. I'm like, wow, that's a fucking weird thing to say. Creepy weirdo. Anyway, I had a good time with Brittany. It was fun. Mima! Hi. You alright? Okay. Alright. I'm out. We'll be cold plunging tomorrow at some point. It's going to be after lunch sometime. We'll see how that works out. Good night, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Peace.